How's it going, YouTube? Welcome to episode 2 of Ask Hex. In today's episode, we're going to be discussing the two most common mythic items that Xerath builds of Ludens and Liandrys. Hopefully in today's episode, I can explain to you when you should be building one over the other and the pros and cons of each item. Let's get into it. Alright, so before I explain to you guys when I'm building one mythic over the other and why I'm doing it, I think it's very important for us to go over the stats and passives of each item to give us kind of a better understanding of why we're doing this. So let's talk about the stats themselves. So what are the differences in the stats? So actually the only differences in the stats is, as you can see in Ludens, it does give you the 6 magic pen. They both give 80 AP, they both give 600 mana, and they both give 20 ability haste. Now everything else is completely different. So Ludens has a passive called Echo. What this does is your next damaging ability is going to deal 100 extra damage plus 10% ability power, and it's going to also jump up to 3 nearby targets and grants you 50% move speed. This passive does have a cooldown. It is 10 seconds long. This is a big deal in comparison to our other item. So Liandrys, what this does, it actually has two passives. One is called Agony and one is called Torment. Agony lets you deal 12% bonus magic damage based on the champion's bonus health. What is bonus health? Bonus health is whenever you buy a ruby crystal, that 100 extra health is bonus health. So you can think of this like this. For every 100 extra health they have, you're getting 1% bonus damage. Up to, of course, 1200 bonus health. Torment. What does Torment do is dealing damage with your ability causes the target to burn for 15 damage plus 1.5% ability power plus 1% of the target's max health. So now since we know what both passive of each item does, what is their mythic passive and how do you proc a mythic passive? So a mythic passive is every time you complete a legendary item, you're going to get the passive of this mythic. So the Ludens mythic passive is 5 magic pen in comparison to Liandrys, which is 5 ability haste. A legendary item is completing items such as Void Staff, Death Cap, Sunfire Cape, items like that. So let's get into the pros and cons of each item. So Ludens. Ludens is a very bursty item. It does a lot of damage to champions who don't have MR, match resist. You're going to deal almost true damage, you're going to be very bursty, but the con of this item is that if they build resistances or they are tanky, this item falls off hard. So in comparison to Liandrys is not a bursty item. You're actually going to deal more damage to tanks. It is a slow burn, and if they don't have much health, it's not going to burn for that much. But it does have the bonus of the ability haste, so your abilities are going to be coming off cooldown a lot faster. Alright, Chris, when do you decide to go Ludens? When do you decide to go Liandrys? To put it simply to you guys is, if there's 2 or more tanks, I always go Liandrys. You'll find out that when you go Ludens into tanks, into tankier team comps, it falls off extremely hard. The reason it falls off is because of the magic pen itself. Magic pen falls off extremely hard when they have magic resist. So the percent health damage and the ability haste is just way better because you are able to throw out just more spells, and it does, of course, percent health damage. And the other passive of for how much bonus health they have, you can get up to 12% increased damage. Alright, that's going to be it for today's episode of Ask Hex. I do hope you guys enjoyed. Do not forget, I did not forget about the comments of the first video. I will be addressing the comments in episode 3. Make sure you please like and subscribe. If you have more questions, please ask down below in the comments. And I hope you guys have a great day. Have a good one, guys.